Business news segment on News 360. My name is Martin Sedu Date, and here, your business is my business. To the details now, and it doesn't look too good on the union front because Ghana Union of Traders Association (GUTA) has kicked against the implementation of the ECOWAS Common External Tariff and issued a 2-week ultimatum to government to review it or face their wrath. According to the president of GUTA, George Ofori, traders are overburdened with several taxes, which is pushing them out of business.
Import duties, imports VAT, NHIL levies, charges by port authorities and the shippers authority are amongst the numerous levies traders have to bear when importing items. President of GUTA, George Ofori, said traders can no longer bear the huge taxes imposed by government.
There have been a lot of excessive taxes within the businesses that we are doing. Assuming you import an item of $100,000, one has to find $50,000 before you can clear your goods at the port of entry. Let me tell you emphatically that within the West African sub-region, no country is paying such a huge import duty except Ghana. And why should that happen?
A member of the technical committee of the Ghana Freight Forwarders Association, John Mante, said there was no broader consultation with stakeholders before its implementation.
We only got wind of this thing on the, I think, Thursday, Friday. And then on Monday, you come and then tariffs have changed. Imagine you have to pay duty of, let's say, 10,000 Ghana or 20,000 Ghana. You come and it's 40,000, 50,000 Ghana cedis. This is not fair. All we are saying is that government should always, and that's what we keep saying, this is not a bad thing. If you go around the world, the EU, the BAFTA, it's there. But the point is that what is the communication level? These guys don't know. You understand what I'm saying? You go to the port, now you have to pay extra. You have to go to the bank to get money. It's different ball game.
Members of GUTA have been asked to wear red bands for the next 2 weeks while the leadership engage government. Implementation of the ECOWAS Common External Tariff, which started from February 1, will require Ghanaian importers pay a common tariff rate anytime they clear their imported goods from the various ports.
In other business news tonight, the Ghana Committed Drivers Association (GCTDA) has threatened to embark on a nationwide strike beginning Monday, February 8, to protest against a 500% increment in motor insurance premiums. The drivers have described the increment as a rip-off in an initial agreement.
The initial motor insurance premium for commercial vehicles was 400%. However, in June 2015, the National Insurance Commission attempted to shoot up premiums by 800%, which sparked outrage from motorists. According to the Ghana Committed Drivers Association, a meeting was held together with the GPRTU, GRTCC, and the Transport Ministry, of which a motor insurance premium between 240 and 260% was agreed on. But instead of complying with the agreed rate, the Commission has rather increased the insurance premium rate to 500%, what the drivers describe as outrageous.
The insurance premium is too much. We can't pay insurance 500%. We agreed that we can pay 260%. That is GPRTU, Protoa, and Ghana Committed, and GTICC. And they just brought 100% increase. With that 400%, we are complaining that we can't pay, which is bad because they didn't tell us and they didn't inform us. We are going to do our insurance, then they tell us that we should come and pay 500%.
They alleged several calls on the Transport Ministry to help reduce the hikes has proved futile. They have therefore given the ministry up to Thursday, February 4, to reduce the rate. The latest contention for the drivers is third-party insurance, which is compulsory for all vehicle owners. The Compulsory Third-Party Motor Insurance Act 1958 requires that drivers take insurance to protect and compensate passengers and pedestrians victimized in an accident. The road transport owners also are incensed that compensation package for paying a 500% premium is 2,000 cedis. They said even at the agreed 240 to 260% increase in premium, the compensation was pegged at 1,000 cedis, which they say is a rip-off.
Let's look at some money stories now. The president of the Ghana Association of Savings and Loans Companies, Dr. Emmanuel Owusu, wants the central bank to consider permitting savings and loan companies to add the word bank to their names. This, according to him, will help differentiate them from microfinance institutions since they provide similar services. Savings and loans companies have become the second tier of the three-tier banking system in Ghana, namely universal banks, savings and loans, and rural banks. The savings and loans institutions provide financial access to the self-employed, artisans, and small-scale operators in the urban centers which cannot access loans from the commercial banks. As financial intermediaries, the institution controls 6.5% of total deposits in the country, which is about 3 billion cedis.
You need, let's say, 20,000 Ghana cedi, and you want to move from door to door looking for, let's say, 20 people to give you 1,000 each. You can imagine the hassle and the difficulty you will go through to be able to raise that kind of funds. So the savings and loans are there so that we will come out through various savings products to mobilize those funds from the surplus unit and be able to offer it to you.
According to the president of the Ghana Association of Savings and Loan Companies, Central Bank must consider changing their name to help them provide better services.
Rural banks and community banks have the name banks after their name, and they are only much smaller than the savings and loans because their capital requirement is only 1 million Ghana cedis, whereas savings and loan companies are 15 million. So the central bank must take a critical look about this and begin to differentiate the tiers that they give us.
He noted that the public must not confuse them with microfinance institutions as they provide more services than microfinance institutions.
Savings and loans are unique in the sense that because of our capital base, we can operate at the lower levels and compete with the microfinance institutions and also deal with the banks up to a certain level because we can give enough loans to some of the institutions and some of our borrowers.
Now, the Finance Minister, Seth Terkper, has hinted of a possibility of a review of the 2016 budget. Now, the minister pegged a barrel of crude oil at $51 in the budget, but the price of the commodity has seen some downward volatility, with the price of a barrel currently hovering around $29 a barrel.
We went to Parliament to give the minister the discretion the option of using a lower figure, subject to approval by Parliament. So even though the benchmark revenue should have been $86, we prepared a budget based on $53.
He indicated that various scenarios are being considered due to the price dip.
Now to revise it to the average of 45 will be tough, but it's a lesser of a yeoman's job compared to $40. That's just an $8. And we are preparing the scenarios. We would go to cabinet, and pretty soon, we would, I believe, subject to the decision of cabinet, we would, come out, with the fiscal position in accordance. So there is precedent, and if we don't do that, you raise expectations that there is ministries, departments, and agencies can spend at a price of $53, which does not exist.